What up? What's going on? It's your boy Jigga Carr, certified high performance coach. Yo, it's Wednesday, and it's not my scheduled Sunday. It's not my Sunday conversation that we normally drop. But I just finished working with my Authors Edge group, with authors who are out here producing and being able to create these tremendous projects. And I'm just buzzing. And so I just wanted to hop on, drop an impromptu live right here, and just talk about a couple of things. Something that's really important to me is the fact that it is simple. It's just not easy. Success in life is simple. It's just not easy. All right. So there's some very simple things that we can do in order for us to be successful. They absolutely are. There are tremendous little simple things that we can do, but they are not easy. Even for me, someone who understands it, who's been helping people for a long time, in order for me to be able to get things done, I need to be able to get done in my life. They're very simple, but many times it's just not easy. It's kind of difficult to be able to take the steps and to get it done. One big thing that's important that we absolutely need to do is that we need to build community in our personal lives, in our business. My good friend Melinda Emerson used to say this all the time, and I'm sure she still does. And so she says, that business problems are just not so well hidden personal problems. So when you get out here in this hustle world and an entrepreneur and all different things, because understand that a lot of people who are in this world are just playing business. But when you get out here in business and have worked in it for a very long time, what happens is that whatever issues that you've got personally get displayed in your business. So if you find someone that's short-tempered in their business, pretty clear they're probably short-tempered in their personal life. It's not like they're just like aggravated with what they're doing business-wise, but they're just the most pleasant person to deal with personally. That whatever it is that you are is magnified throughout what you do in your business. So if there's things that you're struggling with in your business, those are things that you're probably struggling with in your life. So if you struggle to sell in your business, then you probably struggle with the confidence in order to be able to step forward and ask for what it is that you want in your life. Because understand the fact that all selling is asking for what it is that you want. See, many of us, we don't want to ask for whatever that money is or whatever that, it's hard to, I don't know. Then how are you asking for, standing up and showing up for the things in your life? Are you really showing up for what it is that you really want in your life as well? See, we have to solve that issue before we can ever get to that next issue, before we can ever get to that next thing. You got to be able to solve that one issue. That is, okay, so how can I ask for what it is that I want? All right. And then we got to build community. So if what it is that you want is to be able to change people's lives, then we have to build community around that. If what it is that you want is to be able to make money, we have to build community around that, because people are always tuned into radio station WIIFM. What is radio station WIIFM? It is what's in it for me. So if your goal is just to make money, then your goal needs to be to show people what's in it for them in order for you to be able to get what it is that you want. So we can't go out here into the world and just say, okay, I'm only going to give you what it is that I want. And I'm only going to get what I want out of the situation. Those one-sided situations really don't work. You can trick people into that. You can trick people into it. It happens all the time. But how great is that going to be? How sustainable is that going to be for you if you're out here tricking people into giving you what you want, but you're not giving them anything in return? So if what it is that you want, you have to first define that. Define what it is that you want. And then secondly, once you define what it is that you want, the next thing we have to do is then figure out how it is that we can trade those things for it. So that's very simple, but it's really not easy. So when I was on my Author's Edge call, we were talking about how do we build community? How do we build community? How do you build a community? So for whatever your message is, you got to build a community around it. Look, there's a great community for ignorance. All right. You go do some ignorant stuff. People will jump on that. They'll share it. They'll push it out there. They'll get it out there as fast as they can. But if we want to build something that's really great and long lasting, then we have to really be able to build something around that. Be able to figure out what it is that people want. As I was saying in my Sunday conversation, and I didn't even see, my guy Brett asked me a question right at the end of my Sunday conversation. He said, so basically you have to wrap it around in the peanut butter like you do for a dog. And that's really true. We've got to be able to make it palatable for people, and then they can move forward to it. Because look, people know that if you eat your vegetables, that you'll probably be healthier. The problem is, for the average American, at least, I know we're worldwide, but for the average American, vegetables aren't sexy. So what we have to do in order to get people to eat their vegetables more so is to show what the results are of eating those vegetables, how great it'll be. Then people are more likely to want to eat those vegetables. But if you just say, hey, if you blanch these and eat them without any salt or anything on them or anything along those lines, then you'll feel better, then that doesn't really do anything for us. So it's the same thing. We've got to build community around what it is that we're creating. We have to do that. And so that's what I was teaching about tonight in my Author's Edge call, was about, all right, we got to be able to build community. You got to look and see who are the people who really need your message. And you've been hearing me talk about books, but that's because 2025 is the year of the book. It's the year of the information, of you being able to get information out to people, and then them recognizing that what you're talking about, that you have sense, that they can understand the fact that what it is you're creating makes sense, that it's sensical. See, too many of us are afraid that what it is that we're sharing is not valuable. I promise you, what you have inside of you is valuable. It just needs to be organized in a certain way. That's all there is to it. And now we're beyond the point of just putting it out any kind of way. There's too many of us. We put out our books and our thoughts and whatever. We put out whatever it is on social media. We put it out any kind of way. We can put it out in a way that teaches somebody something, first of all. Then it may transform someone, because it'll transform them, transform their thoughts, transform what they do, be able to do that. And then it may be something that may transcend time. You see, if we can do those pieces, now we're cooking with gas. Now we're able to do that. Yes. Oh, absolutely. I appreciate that, Brett. As far as that, and I just mentioned you before you got on that I didn't even see your last question with that. And that's really good. And good. I'm glad. I appreciate that about the low information high, because the LIHOs, man, the LIHOs get us. LIHO, L-I-H-O, because it really is that low information and high opinion. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm always glad to know that I can be able to help, and you're around, and I appreciate that, brother. I really do. All right. So, like I said, I was in my group and I was teaching, and I just wanted to hop on. I just wanted to say, keep going. Keep going. It's not easy for me. It's not easy for me many times to say, keep going. It's much easier on many of these days just to quit. It's much easier to not move forward. It's much easier to not go. I need you to understand that, like, you may see me saying, all right, here I am. I'm on my 90-day run right now. So I've been dropping videos, been dropping stories, been able to do it, pushing out there, right? It's much easier for me just to roll into the bed and just not get up. Much easier. But it's not fruitful. I need you to take on fruitful activities in your life. Can we do that? Can we say that I'm going to be fruitful now? That I'm actually going to be fruitful in what it is, and be fruitful and multiply out goodness into this world, in a world right now where It's so much easier to multiply out crap. Can we really say that we're going to go out and be fruitful and multiply out goodness into this world? That's all. And if you do that, it'll bring the value back to you. Not because we're doing it for that value, but it'll bring the value back to you. I promise you it will. Look, we're beyond the point of worrying about not being worthy. I promise you, you are worthy of all the things it is you're thinking about in your mind. You just got to keep going. And I'm preaching to myself just as much as anybody else. Watch us as we go on this drive. Watch us as we go. Subscribe, like, comment. Be able to push that through. We're pushing out on YouTube more. This is here natively on Facebook, but it's going out to our YouTube channel and different places as well too. So I'm telling you, go get it. If you made it this far, you're a trooper. Go get it. Go make it happen. All right. You were meant to do more. If nobody's told you that, I'm telling you that right now. You were meant to do more. All right. Have a great, great night. And I'll talk to you soon. All right. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.